watching? Are you watching this? Are you watching? Yeah. Are you watching this? No. You need to get with it. Are you watching this? We on a TV shit. Are you watching this? You don't wanna miss. Are you watching this? Stop canceling our shit.
Hi, Ellen.
Hey.
You ready to get in the recap?
I am.
All right. Welcome to the Are You Watching This podcast. I'm Chelsea.
I'm Ellen.
And we're doing our bear recap. We're on season 4, episode 6. The title is Sophia. Or is it Sophie? Sophia.
Sophie.
Why did it correct as Sophia? Anyway, we'll continue.
Mm-hmm.
It is directed by Christopher Stewart and written by Christopher Stewart. And the title is, or the synopsis is, Sophie's Here. This is what I was talking about, the episodes like not being standalone, because she was there in the last episode.
Yeah.
That was like, anyway, so I don't understand why they didn't wait. Just like the Groundhog one. Why did they use that line in the second episode when it belonged in the first?
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I think actually it is.
It is.
Now, the only exception to that is the Sid's episode, the Sublead one.
That was truly a standalone. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we open with Sid. She's arriving to the hospital to see her dad after he had his heart attack. She's obviously very shaken up.
Yeah.
The nurse tells her to have a seat. We then have Natalie. She's in her office, not with a baby, I guess. I think Luca is still holding it somewhere. She's in the office. Fac knocks. I don't remember what his name is. They just call him Fac. Anyway, he asks if she ever thinks about Francine. So we get Francine brought up again, this character that we have never met.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess at the very least, they're building up to this animosity between these characters.
Right.
Whatever. Then we get the crew. They're meeting for a pre-dinner get together, and this is when they ask where Sid is, and Carmi, who has just been told not to tell anybody, says she went to the hospital or her dad had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Which, what would you do in that situation?
I don't blame him, but he folded really quick.
Yes.
Like, really quick.
You could have just said she had to leave.
Yeah.
She had a family emergency.
Exactly. He gave detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I get it. They're all family. They love her. So, yeah, they'll still, like, badger him and ask, but...
And even if if you say family emergency, that already kind of tells everybody what's going on anyway.
Yeah, they know she only got him.
Oh, Neil Fact, that's who it is.
Yes.
We jump back and forth real fast, and he tells about Natalie, about Francine going to the wedding.
Yeah.
And she's, like, not happy about that, obviously. I don't really like Natalie and Fact's interaction in this. It was very weird.
Very, like, infantile.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I'm like, this is a grown man.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, so then we get Luca holding the baby, which is real cute. I'm not a big baby person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I see their little shoes and their little feet. But I don't know. I don't get, like, ooey gooey over babies.
Yeah.
I think they're cute.
Yeah.
Some of them are weird looking.
Yeah, 100%.
And if I see a man with a baby, I'm like, fine, whatever. But I did really like seeing Luca with that baby.
100% think of that. Again, fan service to me. I'll take it.
I was not mad about that. And the family is talking about the wedding. They're arguing about, like, who's going to go. And Carmi says he's not going to go. And he says, this isn't because of Claire. It's because he doesn't want to see his mom. Sure. Fine. Enough. We then jump to Tina and the wine guy, which I then remember his name is Gary.
Yeah.
They're discussing work, and she expresses how she is still struggling to get her time down, which we get to later in this episode. Then we get back to Sid. There's a lot of jumping around, and she's in the waiting room, and Claire sees her, and she's very comforting to her. And we'll get to it in a little bit, but where they have this really sweet moment. Back at the restaurant, the team's prepping for dinner. Richie and Jess are talking about Richie and Frank. the soon-to-be stepdad's relationship regarding the teddy bear, because in the last episode they've been kind of like building the family structure,
Yeah.
and she's kind of like giving him advice that just know that like you're there to help, like he's not replacing you, you're the dad, you like he's looking to you for help, he's just trying to impress her,
Yeah.
he doesn't know what to do. And we jump back then to Tina, and Tina, to cut down her time cooking the meals to get down to that 3 minutes, she decides to prepare portions already out. And I'm wondering, why has she not thought of this? And maybe if she hasn't thought about it, nobody else who has worked in other restaurants before.
Yeah.
This is the first that this is being brought up.
I literally had the same thought. Yeah.
Even if you cook at home.
That's what I do. When the ingredients is like this, I prep, measure it all out. So then when I start cooking, you just throw it all in and you save the time.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
So they've had this revelation.
And she gets it from Gary.
Yes.
He says he knows exactly how much to pour.
Which he's not even...
Yeah.
Maybe that's to show that Carmi's not being hands-on, but he is with the chefs and stuff. Whatever. Teddy and the rest of the beef crew are having a meeting about growth, and they're not quite understanding what Reem's trying to tell them about, like, think small, stay small. So they want a franchise, and usually you think you got to think big, but he's like, what's so successful is that we keep things very low effort, very minimal, whatever we can do.
Yeah.
Without having to put a lot of money into it. And then they begin arguing for whatever reason, as they always do. Yeah. Tina and Marcus are putting the dishes away. So I guess Tina wasn't around to hear about Sid, and Marcus tells Tina that Sid's dad is in the hospital, and that he called to leave her a message. So now it's going to be obvious that Carmi told. And this is a scene too. I didn't quite understand how it fit, but Tina tells Marcus parents are human too, and Marcus paused. So obviously that's a statement that hits him.
Yeah.
And he's having that struggle with his dad.
Yeah.
And his mom has recently passed.
Yeah.
Which you would think that would make him realize, I'll stop overly criticizing this. But so he's starting to like think about, again, the fragility of parents.
Yeah.
Then we get to Claire and Sid, and Claire's like goes to check to see how Sid's dad is. She says that he's doing great, and Sid tells her that she's really glad that she ran into her. And this is Sid's just telling Claire how much she loves her dad and how important he is, and how she just like never really, even though her mom had already passed, she had never really thought about what would happen to him. Yeah. And she definitely feels like it's kind of her fault. And she says that she wishes he didn't have to worry about her and he could only worry about himself.
Yeah.
Which that was, because she's like, I'm such a mess, my life is such a mess.
Yeah.
Which I do get, but Claire's like, he loves to worry about you. Like, that's what kind of gives us meaning, is people worrying about us and us worrying about other people.
Yeah.
Which I kind of agree with, but...
Yeah, kind of agree.
Well, I think I don't like the idea of like worrying about people. I think thinking of people and taking people into consideration.
Exactly. It's the whole point of relationships, whether familial or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
I don't think we need to be making people worried all the time.
No.
That's the part.
I think some people, like, it's okay to feel needed or needed. By
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think parents do, if
the whole point of them,
if a parent's decided to be a parent, it's because they want to
feel needed.
Yes.
That's literally, I preach that so much. I'm like, you're, no offense to people, but I do think you're not a good parent if it's like you brought this person into the world and they can't rely on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you make them feel obligated to you.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you're my child, you should be. It's like, no. You're still the parent. You're always the parent. Exactly. No matter the age.
Yeah.
Act like it.
Exactly.
So that was a very cute scene. I mean, all of Sid's scenes are just always so pure and sweet, and so that was good.
Agreed. Also, was that the first Claire and Sid scene ever? Have they ever interacted for real?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not at least like a heart to heart.
Yeah.
Like that, which I did like that scene. Did you have any other comments leading up to that or with that scene?
No.
It was just sweet.
It was very sweet, yeah.
Have you ever been in a position like that with like one of your parents sick in the hospital?
Not in the hospital, but like a scare from like what's it called? Like a checkup or whatever. And it does also, like, as our parents do age, it's their, what do you call it? Like being, it's like, oh, you really are, like, time is ticking. Like,
The fragility and like
yes.
and how quickly it happens,
Yes.
especially the brain part.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to start telling you when, like, oh, that's not real, that's AI.
Yeah. Oh God, that, yes. Yeah. They need to get off the internet for real. But yeah, it's crazy how that happens, how we see our parents age.
It's not really fun.
It's not. It's sad, and that's why, like, for me, I feel like the less stress I can put on them during this time, the better. But also, I'm a child, so
Well, and parents are gonna just stress themselves out.
Exactly.
And they'll find something to worry about.
literally, like, they know you're full on adult with, you pay your own bills, you have these responsibilities, and they still think they need to hold your hand and walk you across the street. Yeah, because you're about to get hit by a car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get back to the restaurant, and Richie's outside giving a call to his ex, Tiff, and he's just leaving her this long, rambling message, and it cuts off and he yells, which the scene was kind of funny. Again, pointless.
Yeah.
Didn't add to the whole episode as a whole.
Nope.
Maybe the season, sure. Then we get Marcus and Lucas, and they're prepping desserts for dinner. And in this scene, and I guess since it being the rewatch, I really love that Luca came in. He's a stage, which I just assume means unpaid labor
Yeah.
based on the way that they use the term.
Yeah.
And he's there to truly help Marcus and learn. Like, he's not being like, oh, you should do it this way. He's like, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
And he's like learning from him.
Yeah.
Which
absolutely.
I thought was so good.
Yeah, because, like, Luca is the more experienced one, you would say, but he's still not taking control.
It's not his kitchen.
It's not, yeah.
Which is so great.
Yeah.
And then we have Carmi outside having a not cigarette break. He's just chomping on that gum when Sid calls.
Yeah.
And Sid tells him that that her dad's okay, everything's fine, and that she saw Claire, and that, like, that helped. And he kind of acts like he saw Claire, as if you saw her at her place of employment. How odd.
Yeah.
And then we get Sid going in to see her dad, and she like starts crying, and she tells him how sorry she is and how she can move back home to help. And he's like, this would have happened anyway. And he forbids her from moving back home.
Yeah.
Which I do get. I would want to, like, if he was to live by himself, be there at least for a couple days when he gets home, just to make sure he's, like, healing. But maybe if he didn't have surgery,
Yeah.
still probably should take it easy.
Yeah.
You know how dads are.
Yeah.
If there's a yard, he'll be mowing it for whatever reason. And he just reassures her that it's okay. And so they have this very cute, loving scene.
Yeah. He's such a solid actor. Townsend. Yeah, he plays dad in a couple of TV shows. And
Yeah.
he's really great.
It's sometimes I see actors like him, and it feels like they're kind of wedged into this one role, but I'm like, but you play it so well.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just, yeah.
Yeah. It fits. It's safe. And we need it as an audience sometimes. Yeah.
Especially in their show.
Yeah.
Tina and the crew call Sid to leave her a message and tell him that they love her. Again, knowing that Carmen is giving away her secret. And then we get Fack and Teddy going to see the baby in the office, which Natalie, for whatever reason, left her baby unattended. I understand it's in the carrier, and in theory that should be fine, but this is why you can't leave your children unattended.
No, 100%. 100%. I think that was a crazy move by her.
Yeah, and he does at some point ask if he can hold a kid, and she's like, when was the last time you washed your hands? He's like, a couple days ago. As if that's a correct answer to that question.
So gross.
You at least lie.
Right.
Sometimes when people say something, I'm like, either you just didn't have to say that, or you can lie.
Right.
It is an option.
Yeah.
It's a little white lie. Like, it's fine.
Right.
I say that, and people are going to think that I'm just lying all the time. I promise you I'm not.
Also, but when you do a lie, it's for a good reason.
Sure.
Or a selfish reason.
I don't really know. Sometimes, okay. No, I'm just saying stuff. So Tina, now that she's done her pre-prep, she's testing out the meal, and she's still at 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Also, the clock, I kind of stopped paying attention to it, but it's at like 800 hours at this point.
Yeah.
It's running down.
Yeah. Dog.
And we go back to Gary, the one guy, and he's talking to Richie, and he's like, we should get more runners. And Richie's like, we can't afford it. He's like, well, we can get Lucas stages. Again, I should have looked this up, but is this a stage just unpaid labor?
I think so. Yeah.
Like you're just like you're
I think you're just, like,
interning,
yes,
apprentice.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I think so.
But okay,
Let's look it up. Stage restaurant
sure.
job. Oh God, the internet's not working. Stage. Also, am I spelling it right?
STAG is like stage. It's just pronounced funny because it's French.
Okay. In a restaurant context, stage refers to the practice of working in a restaurant kitchen for a short period of time, often unpaid, to gain experience and assess skills similar to an internship.
That seems illegal, but okay.
Internships are also a little illegal. Unpaid internships.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
people use them though.
Yeah.
We get Natalie. She goes to talk to Carmen about the wedding, and I did like the scene between them too because she tells him she's like, "I don't want you to hide from things," and he's like, "I don't want to either," and he thinks that she's talking about the wedding, and he's like, "It's not that. Like, I'm not trying to hide, but it's just like in general." She says that he doesn't want him to like hide from pain and
Yeah.
situations, and he he asks her like how she gets over it, like wanting to hide from stuff, and she says mainly resentment and guilt, and I'm like, same.
Yeah.
Also, that's terrible advice though.
Yeah.
Like she didn't answer the question.
No, but it's honest.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say they try to sound so profound on the show sometimes too. When it's something like that line, I'm like, thank you. Like that's exactly
It's the least realistic.
yeah, exactly.
Natalie tells him it would mean a lot to Tiff. He goes to the wedding, and so he says he'll do it. And we also see Natalie asks him to hold Sophie while she goes to the bathroom, and he does not want to be doing that. He's like, "How?" And she's like, "Hold something, like you hold something precious."
Yeah.
And he pursues to hold her and act very uncomfortable holding the baby.
Very.
As long as the head's not floppy, if it can hold up its own neck, just hold the kid.
Right.
When when they're a newborn, you have to hold. It is a little hard to like transfer from person to person.
Yeah.
But you just hold them.
Yeah. I agree.
It's not that difficult.
It's not. But I feel like we also have a lot of practice, so
Yeah.
probably why.
We see Richie mulling over the motivational phrase that he's going to do for dinner. He's so worked up about this phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And he always makes it too complex. But then Fat comes in, he's like, we know who the reviewer, they're coming in tonight, and they know it's for food and wine.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reasons, they do mention why they think that they know the reviewer's coming in.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand. But then that brings up too, then the guy from that other episode was not the reviewer from the end of the season.
Yeah.
So who was that guy?
I don't know.
I still say Michelin star person,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
they may have never referred to this man again.
Probably not. Also, the way they shot that man, I feel like he is in real life a reviewer.
Maybe.
You know, when they do that, like, yeah, I think they, like, how they sent the wine guy, Gary, off to that lady. Like, she's actually, like, a wine connoisseur, so I feel like they did the same for...
Okay, maybe it was just a fan then who wanted to be on the show.
Maybe.
Or, who was a food reviewer.
Yes. Yeah, maybe. It's funny.
Whatever. And then what the phrase that Richie comes up with is every guest gets treated like one of us, and then he shortened it to every guest is family. And then I wrote the next iteration is going to be when you're here, your family.
Honestly, though, yeah, I can see that.
Which I don't remember if it's this episode or one before, but when Abraham's talking to Albert and he's talking about franchises and he's like, I got the beefs. And he's like, yeah, you're thinking about it. And he's like, loving it, or I'm loving it. He's like, well, no, you can't just take other people.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that would just be, and he would probably think that he came up with the phrase.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's funny.
But I just, the last thing I had was, again, a good episode for the most part. Some really good scenes.
Yeah.
It is kind of a transitional episode, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's definitely setting up the next episode for sure.
Agreed. It's setting up for the next half of the season as well.
Mm-hmm. It really feels like this episode and the last one could have just been one.
Agreed. Because the way they chopped it up, the way the same the same conversations being had in both. And
Yeah.
I guess that's why they drop it all at one time too, though, I guess.
Yeah. And again, as the whole season, that's fine, but it's still TV.
It is still TV.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I guess that's what we're pissed off. So we're pissed off about two things on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the storytelling
Mm-hmm.
is just very not congruent. Straight.
Mm-hmm.
That word. Yeah.
Continuous. And
Yes.
again, break the rules of TV. I'm not against that.
But let it come back.
Yeah.
In a more solid way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like let it have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Did you have any other thoughts or comments?
No, I do not.
We'll get through it.
We will. Oh, yes, we will.
All right. Well, then, I guess until next week.
Yep. Like us.
Subscribe.
Follow.
Mm-hmm.
Love us.
Mm-hmm. We love you.
Amen.
Amen. Bye.
Bye.
We did it.